should be a noise to let me know it started recording, but it didn't. It does when I stop it, it goes boop. Anyway, hello, what ho? Welcome back to another exciting adventure of Piensas de Viejo. I'm your host, Travis Finley. Again, listening to a lecture by Manly P. Hall. He's talking about past regrets and life lessons. You know, the kind of self-awareness and self-correction and self-government, the kind of attention and care that exercise requires is gargantuan, ginormous. But it's absolutely essential to equip your child at a very young age to be able to be still and to reflect and to assess and evaluate and determine his future courses of action. That, to me, is, wow, so profound. The more that I think back on my Christian experience, if you heard my previous spiritual thoughts, I got the wind blowing right in my microphone, so like I said, we'll see how this does any better if it's whatever. The similarities between natural spirituality and Christian or theological spirituality, the overlaps are tremendous. I think that they're very, very similar. The only trick is that in the natural spiritualism, you have everything you need. You don't need to ask anybody for, except for wisdom, maybe. You know, you might be able to say, hey, I'm thinking about this. What do you think, right? But you have everything that you need in your suke, in your pneuma, in your nous, in your sarx, right? Suke is the Greek word that I think is best encapsulated in the word life. It doesn't mean soul. It doesn't have this connotation of a disembodied spirit. Suke is your life. Emotional, spiritual, mental, physical, physiological, everything, your life. Nous is your mind. Pneuma is your breath, right? The whole Aristotelian Platonic concept of what humanity is as body, soul, and spirit. Body, soul, and spirit. What about mind? What about emotion? Isn't that a quintuplet right there? You know? So don't just swallow the Strong's dictionary concordance definition of those words. Suke means soul, pneuma means spirit. Because those connotations are metaphysical that I don't think are adequately appropriate for the discussion. I could be wrong. That's what you're here for, to keep me in check. So, there's this great scene in Waking Life where these two women are talking about the changes that they've made over the years and how their mindset has changed. And the one woman brings up this point that, physically we're not even the same people, because our cells recycle and renew on a 7-year, I think it's a 7-year, like every 7 years, our body's completely I don't want to say rejuvenated, but represented, right? We still look the same, but our body is newer. And psychologically, I'm not the same person I was 5 years ago. I honestly do know that I'm a different man inside. So the lecture that Hall was giving about learning from your past mistakes and having regrets, his point was to say that if you have a regret, that shows that you're mature. You're more mature than you were at the time, because at the time you made a decision that you didn't regret. If you don't regret anything after your decision, it depends on whether or not the decision was good or poor. But in the past 5 years, I've made decisions where I was going to try to turn a corner and it didn't work out. So I still look back on those and I regret it, right? But at the same time, those were all necessary for where I am now. I came to this point thinking about my relationship with Melissa, and I had to be thankful. I had to be grateful that this happened. If the divorce didn't happen, I would not be the man I am right now. In quite a few ways, So I'm very happy with who I am now. I'm very happy with who I am going to become. And I'm very happy with from whence I've come, whence I've cometh. So I think I'm going to wrap this up right now because I'm going to be coming to the traffic in just a minute. But, there are no regrets, right? There are no regrets. If you have a regret, more than likely that's your dark passenger. More than likely that is your subconscious CPU unit that is got a mind of its own. And I'm still trying to tap into that, but that voice in your head that speaks negativity, that must be conquered. That must be corrected. And that takes time, going back to what I said at the beginning. This whole awareness and corrective behavior stuff, that is a commitment of time and energy. And not too many young people understand or even know that. Like, they just don't even know what life is for. They don't understand. And now, well, anyway. Okay. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Hit that bell notification so you can see when another upload is ready for you to take a listen. I've been your host, Travis Finley, on this walkabout. Piensas de viejo. Until next time.